Guys, this is going to be how to overcome any addiction in 3 simple steps, right? So, I recently quit one of the most addictive chemicals in the world. Now, what is this most addictive chemical in the world that you ask? Nicotine. Nicotine has been shown to be one of the most hardest things to quit in the world. It is probably amongst the highest with sugar and caffeine and cocaine. So, nicotine is one of the hardest things I've had to quit. So, let me tell you what I actually did, first of all, to quit this and how you can quit it as well. Yeah? So, look, first of all, guys, I have been nicotine free for about 4 weeks now. And previously to this instance, I've quit it a couple of times for weeks or for some days. And before that, let me give you a better example. I quit it when I was in 2019 doing personal training for 2 3 years. I quit it completely then because obviously I was doing a personal training course, so I didn't want to smoke in front of them. And I made a promise to myself. Obviously, I'm becoming a personal trainer. This is a stage of my life where I can't smoke. I want to give it up anyway because it's it deep down, right? Deep down, you know this is not good for you. You know this is not the best thing. You enjoy it, yeah, you enjoy it, but you know it's not a good thing. So I made a decision to myself and a promise to myself that I need to quit smoking. And I did it at that time. And then when I became a personal trainer, I can't be one of those personal trainers that is, you see your personal trainer going outside, having a smoke, cigarette. He's telling you you should eat healthy, you should eat clean, you should do this, you should do that. But then he's going outside and he's having a cigarette. Would you want to listen to him? No. Instead of being hired, I would have been fired. So, guys, you got to make it, you got to have a purpose to quit, first of all. There has to be a purpose, like with anything. I remember once I actually quit, and in that period, I used to go out with my friends on Fridays, Saturdays, we go out to a social gathering or whatever, and we'd just be out and about. And I used to actually get them to shove the cigarette in my face, into my nose, and you should just sniff it, right? And you might be saying, oh, you're breaking it then. But that's what I used to do, guys, just to cope with my quitting of cigarettes. It was actually very bad. I mean, it was good. It was funny, and I quit it, so it wasn't bad. It was just funny, funny story. So, first of all, guys, number one is going to be you have to have a purpose. You have to have a reason why you want to actually quit. So for me, this time the purpose of quitting was to get more energy. It was to because it was making me hella tired. Sorry, guys. I have thalassemia minor, so that means I have less red blood cells and oxygen in my body than the average person. And what does smoking do? It makes it even worse. It cools your oxygen in your body. It kills blood circulation, and it causes a heap whole of issues which make you more tired than necessary if you have thalassemia. So number one, if you don't have thalassemia, maybe you won't feel the same side effects that I did, but it was making me tired. I still loved it, and it wasn't the case every single time, but it was making me more tired. And it was taking up my time. Yeah, it was taking up my time. That was one for sure. Number two, guys. Number two was I realized that I had, along with let me go into purpose a little bit deeper. I also had goals that I wanted to achieve. I wanted to look a certain way. I wanted to dress a certain way. I wanted to be a certain person. And to get all of these things, guys, I knew that smoking couldn't be there. I couldn't have that extra amount of time that I took to smoke and drive to a certain service station to get a vape or whatever it may be, so I can fulfill my desires and waste time on my desires and go out with my friends and do it. And it was just a whole. It's a whole negative cycle, right? It's not worth it. It's not worth it in the end. So I decided to just fully step back from it and realize that it is. I don't have the things that you end up owning you, right? That's what you gotta realize. So I realized that this had more power over me than I did over it. So I was like, no, I don't like that. I can't have that. So I was like, fuck you. I'm quitting. So I quit cigarettes. I quit nicotine. I quit vaping. I quit all of that. And my purpose was bigger than the actual cigarette itself. So I was seeking, I was seeking my purpose rather than seeking pleasure. So that was probably the number one thing that I did. Number two, guys, is going to be the method in which I quit it. Oh, and you can do this with any addiction. My method is if you don't do it for the first day, you will do it forever. I mean, you won't do it forever, right? And for me, I don't know if this is personal, if this relates to you at all. But if I can stop something for one day, then I can stop it for a long time. And I applied this to nicotine. I applied this with sugar. I applied this with a lot of things in my life, right? That I quit. And what you need to do, guys, is you need to let go of that thing for one day. And what will actually I'll tell you in the third point. But what that does, guys, is it gives you confirmation that yes, I didn't do it today, and it can be so freaking hard, bro, just to quit it on that first day. But once you give yourself that win, that confirmation that yes, I can do it, then it becomes so much easier, bro. And for nicotine, that first 4 days, first week, bro, the irritability, the mood swings, the anger, the anguish, everything that I was experiencing, bro, it was next level, like next level. And I feel like as you get older, it becomes even harder. So I had to really deal with it, and I really had to just pat myself on the back and be like, yeah, it'll be good, bro. Like, just relax. And I was trying to, but bro, when you actually go through it and you actually quit, and I think this is similar to quitting. If you can't relate to this and you're not a smoker, I want you to quit. What is it called? Carbs, coffee, and sugar for 1 month. That is a experience that you can relate to if you don't smoke, of how it actually feels on your body, how retarded you feel, how emotionally draining it is. You will feel that same way if you want to feel what quitting smoking is like. Because a lot of people ask me, right, what would it be like if I wanted to quit nicotine, whatever, and I haven't done it. So that is the experience I can relate it to. So guys, it was not easy, bro. It was not easy. And the 4 day method is what I use. So first of all, not do it for the first day. Carry it over after the first day. I eventually have to force myself to get for 4 days using willpower. Really have to force yourself. Do whatever you can. Train, work, listen to music, maybe even eat junk food. That's what I was doing, bro. I was coping. I was still eating it. I was eating a little bit more junk food. My hunger levels went up, and I was coping for the first 4 days, bro. But I'm not smoking now, so I'm happy, right? 4 days of junk food is better than a lifetime of not smoking. So 4 days, do whatever you need to do to make it work. Quit it for 4 days. Surround yourself with people that don't smoke. Make sure you don't have any nicotine near you, or whatever that your addiction may be near you at all. And for 4 days, just don't do it at all. And I guarantee you, once you get over that 4 days, bro, you can extend it to 2-3 weeks. And once you're at the 3 weeks mark, bro, the only thing that's going to put you back is if you do it once again. Don't go back to it at all. Not even one cigarette, not even one puff of a vape, because that is when you go back to it. Because the thing is with nicotine, bro, you create the addiction for yourself. So you actually never had that feeling, or that your body never knew what nicotine was till you actually put it in your body. A non-smoker doesn't know what nicotine feels like. So you create that addiction, and that stress relief that you sort of get would have not actually existed in the first place if you never actually had your first vape, or that first cigarette, or first piece of cigarette gum. If you never actually had it in the first place, you would never have created the stress relief in your body or in your mind. So it is you just have to get over that initial 4 days. Because once you get over that initial 4 days, guys, whether this is uh, dirty websites, whether this is sugar, whether this is junk food, whether this is something bad that you may do, right? Whatever bad habit that you want to sort of get rid of, do it for 4 days, bro, and you will get to your desired result. Yeah. Number three, guys. Number three on what will help you is having control of your mind. And to have control of your mind, what you need to do is you need to do mindfulness meditations. So mindfulness actually just puts you in the present moment. And when you're constantly in your thoughts, when you're constantly in your emotions, and you're constantly in your feelings, and you're having all these things, and you're going about your daily life, and you might be like 30, 40 years old, you have a mortgage to pay, you got 15 kids, you got a wife that hates you, whatever it is, right? Like your boss is about to fire you, someone just died, you're like, fuck, bro, what do? I just had to smoke a cigarette. So what mindfulness does is it helps you come into the present moment, and it makes you forget whatever's going on in your mind, and it brings you into the present moment so you can actually think and be present. When you're in that constant state, oh, my mom just died, and this happened, and that happened, and this happened, and this happened, you're not obviously going to be able to quit, right? You're not going to be able to quit your addiction because you're so in your feelings, you're so in your emotions, you're not in control of your mind, that you're not actually able to quit. So you have to really bring yourself into the present moment by mindfulness meditation, by 20 minutes every single day, so you can actually start reaping the benefits of quitting your addiction. Until you don't do this, maybe you have the strong enough willpower, but you will relapse if you can't have no control of your mind. And there's other ways to get control of your mind, like exercise, and there's other things, right? Exercise is a big one as well. Exercise during those 4 days, that'll help you as well. but you have to control your mind, bro. If you can't control your mind, then your addictions will come back. And number 4, guys, I will just say this: never go back to it again. No matter what urge, whatever your body may be feeling at that moment, you're like, fuck, I just want to do it again for like 10 seconds, 20 seconds. Or if I just want to look at this certain thing, or I want to just eat one more piece of junk food, whatever it is. Now, with junk food, it's a little bit different because you want to enjoy yourself. But I'm saying something like cigarettes, which is not really something that's healthy, which isn't really ideal. You don't want to really be smoking, right? Ever. Junk food, yeah, you can have once here and there, like like once a week, once a month for a birthday or a special occasion, whatever it is, right? But bro, with addictions that you know that are bad and you know that are terrible for you, never go back to it again. Yeah, never go back. That is a big rule because once you go back, you're gonna create that chemical. You're gonna create that pattern as well in your mind, and you're gonna keep going back, 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 back. So essentially, you can never go back again, right? You can never go back again. You can never go back again. So, guys, I hope that helps. If that helps, please drop a like, please drop a comment, please drop a sub, and I'll be dropping gems like this every single week. And I can't wait to see you in the next video. Thank you and take care. Mwah.